Hello everybody and welcome back to FIFA 23, where we've got the jolly good chance of taking on Man City, which is all good fun, isn't it? So if we go and have a look at the schedule, yes, in this episode we're playing Man City and Leeds. So Man City away at the Etihad and then Leeds at home at Craven Cottage. So all in all, it's going to be pretty tough, I think, this episode. Last episode wasn't brilliant, but in between, we did play one game, and, well, it was against Newcastle, and we won 3-0 in the Cup. So it's much, I think all that does is prove to me that it's much easier to play FIFA when you're not also doing commentary. But we're going to try and take that form into the game against Man City today. So, yes, the new boy, Ludwig Koch, scored. He got called up from our academy, got a starting place in the team, and actually got a goal as well. So, yeah, I'm going to sort out the team and decide who I want to play where. And then, I mean, look at that team. It's ridiculous. De Bruyne, Silva, Foden, Alvarez, Sarabia, Cancelo, Akanji, Laporte, Gomez and Ederson. Unbelievable team. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Etihad Stadium for Manchester City versus Fulham. And, well, Fulham have had a tough time of it in the league recently, but going very well in the Carabao Cup. But, yeah, Man City fans in full voice at the Etihad Stadium, and this should be a very interesting game. The 5 at the back formation looks like it's in play for Fulham today. Man City, with their unbelievable riches and superstars in their lineup, is just ridiculous. Kevin De Bruyne is one to keep an eye on. Bernardo Silva in there as well. It's just going to be tough for Fulham. There is Marco Silva, the Fulham manager. He's been contemplating quite a lot over the last couple of weeks, trying to pick his best team and find a formation that suits. And at the moment, he seems to be sticking with the 3 with wing-backs. 3 full-back or 3 centre-backs with wing-backs. But Man City line up in a 4-3-3. Cancelo gets the spot of right-back, Gomez at left-back. De Bruyne, Rodri and Bernardo Silva in a superstar midfield. Sarabia, Alvarez and Phil Foden make the front 3 there. Maybe Akanji's slight lack of height against Mitrovic is something that Fulham can exploit. But Erling Haaland on the bench for Man City. Bernard Leno keeps his place in goal, and Babu, Denier, Diop, Adarabioyo and Kurzawa at the back. Paulinho and Berge in the middle. Pereira sits behind Martial and Alexandra Mitrovic. On the bench, though, lots of different looking names there. There's Mark Rodak, Luke Harris, Daniel James, Livramento, Onuma, Wilson and Alejandro Garnacho. No recognised centre-back on the bench for Fulham in this one, so if there's going to be a strategic change, it's going to be to reduce the number of centre-backs that are currently on the pitch. So Mitrovic is going to get the game underway, and you can see Man City already setting their stall out to try and press the ball. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of options for switching of the play today. We've got to get our fullbacks really involved in it. And Babu round the corner, and here is, well, and Mitrovic nearly put the ball through to Martial. And we can't afford to give possession up very quickly now and very often. As Cancelo tries to put that ball through, Diop reads it well. Diop is the only big sort of fitness worry we have in this game. Other than that, I think everybody's got pretty good fitness. Diop did play in the Carling Cup against Newcastle, but we managed to pretty much... Oh, hello, we've got a 2-on-1 here. Martial could be in. Anthony Martial from outside the box. Ederson with a good save. Suddenly, out of nowhere, we were in. But yes, Diop is the only person that didn't get rested, and the goalkeeper, Leno, didn't get rested for the Carling Cup game. But we have the first corner of the game, which is absolutely massive for us. So we float this one in. Mitrovic gets beaten in the air by Rodri as the ball comes back in. Oh, Berge was there trying to fight for it. And we know that Sandra Berge is a big chap. But Ederson claims the ball very easily. Rolls this one out to Akanji. Now it's just all about defensive discipline and trying to not let Man City have easy balls through to their strikers, and that's how we do it. Denier well positioned. Paulinho, up it goes towards Martial. Oh, good interception from Akanji as Alvarez looks to dink this one over the top in towards Foden. Foden holds off in Babu, still trying to just hold him off. Lays this one back towards Bernardo Silva. Alvarez, Bernardo Silva again. De Bruyne, can't let him shoot. Saliba, he's got played advantage. We actually took Kevin De Bruyne out and he still managed to get up and put a through ball through and find Saliba before a free kick could even been given. That is incredible from Kevin De Bruyne. Picks it up here. Yeah, he sort of half fouled us, half fouled himself. But yeah, that is what Man City can do to you. We started really well, but unfortunately we just haven't been able to really keep Man City quiet, which was always going to be a tough ask, this one. Martial Andreas Pereira. Martial flicks it on first time. Paulinho holds it up for Mbabu. Mbabu, though, just eased off it by Laporte. Although Laporte could be... Oh, I thought Laporte was going to get into a bit of trouble there. As Sergio Gomez managed to keep that one on the pitch. But easily read by Denier. Berge. Kurzawa. Mitrovic turns. Looks to play it through to Andreas Pereira. But again, just the last-ditch defending from Man City, who haven't looked overly comfortable in this game. You've got to admit that. Martial gives it back to Sandra Berge. Mitrovic, there's a run. Lovely ball through from Mitrovic. Kurzawa's got in behind the defence. Tries to cut it across. It's headed away and volleyed away by Alvarez there at the back. So Diop comes forward. Oh, he got a bit lucky there. Berge manages to squeeze the ball through to Pereira. Kurzawa. Can he dink this one in towards Martial? Oh, it's just again a last little bit of defending from Man City. But Fulham playing unbelievably well here against Man City as Sarabia, the goal scorer, comes forward. And this is where you've got to be careful because Man City's movement is very, very good. And Diop puts in a good tackle. Tosin Adebayo just covers himself in a bit of glory there and helps his defence out. As Leno clears this one away. Pereira flicks it on, but at half-time, 1-0 Man City. I think Fulham can take a lot of positives out of that first half. So Man City get the second half underway with Alvarez kicking us off. And here he is on the ball now. Just laying this one out to Phil Foden. Back to Bernardo Silva. Alvarez takes over again. Obviously the youngster signed from River Plate. Here is Phil Foden. Laporte. In towards Alvarez once more. There's a run just on there, and no one's tracked De Bruyne, but Leno stands tall, stands strong, and makes a good save. And yeah, that movement from this Man City team is absolutely incredible now. You've just really got to try and keep your wits about you as Kurzawa lays it off to Pereira, who's trying to pick out Mbabu, who does win his header, but Laporte is there to easily mop that one up as Foden comes forward. He lays it off into the run of Julian Alvarez, and Mbabu was back to get a foot in there. Bernardo Silva tries to find Phil Foden, who gave a little bit of a dummy and ball in, and it's great touch to be fair from Denier, and then Leno diving very acrobatically does a really good job. Kurzawa, Berge just takes a bit of the sting out of this attack, but Denier does well to keep the ball. Adebayo up to Kurzawa. Here is Berge again. Anthony Martial holds it up and releases Mitrovic, and Mitrovic could be in. Mitrovic shoots. Oh, he's absolutely spurned it wide. Rubbish from Alexander Mitrovic there. As Julian Alvarez is replaced by the absolute goal-scoring machine of Erling Haaland. So now we have real concerns for our defence. Not that there weren't concerns in the first place, but yeah, Haaland coming on is, well, it's not really fun for any of our defenders, really. Mitrovic, just nice back heel into Berge. Paulinho. Here is Pereira, just waiting for some options. Not much going on. Berge can see the crossfield pass out towards Kevin Mbabu. Kevin Mbabu can just now try and create a bit of space, and he has done very well. The ball's in towards Martial. It's a good defensive header from Emerick Laporte again. And with 20 so minutes to go, Man City, they haven't been dominant, but they've got the lead, and that's all they'll worry about at the moment, as that is offside, I was going to say, for Phil Foden. With 15 minutes to go then, Akanji coming off for Man City. He's going to be replaced by Ronaldo Arejo. And a whole raft of changes getting ready for Fulham. I think it's 4 subs at once we're going to see here. As big changes, attacking changes. Pereira, Berge, Kurzawa and Mbabu off. Harry Wilson, Josh Onomah, Garnacho and Daniel James coming on. So 2 fullbacks off and no fullbacks coming on. This is a big call from Marco Silva to try and get something out of this game, as here is Daniel James, lays that one into Martial and gets it back, but doesn't have he's got the pace, doesn't have the strength to get round Sergio Gomez. Ederson coming out of his goal and potentially taking a risk, but Haaland's up there and he knows that is a good out ball to have. Denier, up it goes, and now Josh Onomah coming in from, well, getting no appearances so far this season. Wilson tries to feed it through. Dan James dinks it across. The overhead kick. Oh, what a save from Ederson. Mitrovic denied. What a save. Great play from Fulham. As now Sarabia is coming off for Man City to be replaced by Jack Grealish. Corner then to be taken by Harry Wilson. Can he swing this one into a dangerous area? Martial was trying to attack it. Denier will keep it alive. And Diop is there, but De Bruyne was tracking back and puts a really good challenge in And now Man City looking to break. Cancelo. Up to Haaland. Haaland, has he got the pace to get away from Denier? Denier puts in a great check-in, but Haaland just motors on through. Bernardo Silva's shot blocked by Adebayo. Mitrovic trying to hold it up, but turns back into Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva comes forward with it. Ball through into Phil Foden. Back to Silva. In it goes once more. It's a lovely move, but Diop just about keeps that one out. But it's full time, 1-0. I think Fulham can feel a bit unlucky there. We've played really well. Fantastic save from Ederson from Mitrovic's overhead kick. As Pep Guardiola and Mark Silva just shake hands. It was a bit of magic from De Bruyne after being fouled and then getting up. But, yeah, gutting. Absolute gutting. What was it? It must have been this save here. It was. Worked it out to Dan James. Stood it up. And Mitrovic with the overhead. Oh, just not near enough to the corner. A great save from Ederson, that one. Mitrovic watched it all the way in. Acrobatic, but just a little bit more to the corner. That's a great goal. So into the post-match interview then. 6 games without a win. Are we even going to look? We have to stay strong. The players have to find solutions. It's not the time to panic. It's not the time to panic. Man City are a cracking team. We did well, and I feel like we can work on this and keep going. We just got to. Well, the board want us to finish mid-table, so we've got work to do. We've got work to do. So the board are still happy with us in the top left, as you can see. Objective-wise, we do have to try and finish mid-table, whatever that means. As Berge, yes, come on. We needed this. Okay, so Berge, development plan. Now we'll be able to naturally play as a central midfielder, which is exactly what we want him to do, which means he won't get any negative connotations against his attributes. Now, right, next up, Leeds United. Okay, so the start of the season has let everyone down. Can the team expect to do well? We can improve. We will improve. It's a guarantee. It's a Marco Silva guarantee. Leeds v Fulham looks a pretty even contest on paper. We're going to have to make changes. We'll focus on the points. We won't underestimate Leeds. I think we've got to show them respect. They're up in 11th, so they're not doing too bad. It's not the kind of bad run we expect from... Look, it's hard to be sure. We can turn it around. We're doing that. We're trying everything we can, I promise. Here we are then at Craven Cottage for the early kickoff in this one. Fulham versus Leeds United. And Fulham put up a spirited, really good display against Man City, but ultimately came away empty-handed. They're hoping for a little bit better fortune against Leeds United, who are currently sitting in mid-table, a position that Fulham would like to occupy. At the moment, Fulham find themselves down in 18th, just sitting in that relegation zone. Anthony Martial needs to be amongst the goals a little bit more. Sander Berge needs to be a presence in midfield, and we really do need all the other signings to start upping their game and getting these performances done. Marco Silva knows he's got a lot on his mind to think about, and he's going to be asking a lot of his players today. Fulham fans in Craven Cottage are expecting the win, but they know that Leeds United will be no mean feat to get past. And Fulham lining up in the 5-2-1-2 formation, which has come traditional for them now. And Babu and Kurzawa back in the team. It's the same back five. Matt Sanderson partners Berge in midfield. Pereira sits behind Martial and Alexander Mitrovic up front. On the bench, Livramento, Wilson, Makoku still on there as well. Shane Duffy is the centre-back option this time on the bench. Leeds United, Joel Robles starts in goal. They've got Dynamo, Cooper, Koch and Firpo at the back. 2 in midfield, Mark Rocker and Tyler Adams. 3 across behind the striker is Aronson, Gnotto and Sinestra. And Patrick Bamford lines up front for them. Rodrigo on the bench. Captain Luke Ayling and Matthias Klitsch are the big names on the bench. Ilek Meslier dropped for this one behind Robles. So let's see if there's a bit more behind that story later on in the week. So it's going to be Anthony Martial to get the game underway as Sandra Berge moves the ball out left to Kurzawa. Now Fulham had a very, very good game in the second half. Well, in the whole game basically against Man City. It was a fabulous save from Ederson that gave Man City the point, stopping an acrobatic effort from Anthony Martial. They'll be hoping to build on that Fulham as Sanson gives it away, but Mbabu's up there battling well. He tries to dink this one in, didn't put enough on that cross. Sanson keeps it alive. Mbabu looks in towards Mitrovic, up for the header. Can't really attack those when they're floated in like that though, as Sanson lays it back to Denier. There's a big crossfield ball on there and he's picked it out to Kurzawa. Kurzawa just needs a bit of support. Flicks it back into Berge. On one more to Sanson. Sanson sees the run of Mitrovic. Alexander Mitrovic! It's 1-0 Fulham. There you go. Mitrovic back on the score sheet. Wonderful patient play, waiting for that opening, and Sanson found that pass wonderfully well. And he's been more and more featured in this Fulham team. Berge into Sanson. Mitrovic just off the back of the outcoming defender. First time finish, past Joel Robles in goal. And that is 1-0 Fulham. Come on. So Alexander Mitrovic getting his 4th goal of the season. And is stepping up now. And for once, Fulham have scored an early goal in a first half and not conceded one, as Mbabu has it into Sanson. Here is Berge. Berge just under a bit of pressure. And just holding on to the ball. Sanson tried to put that one through into the path of Andreas Pereira, but didn't quite work. Bamford has it for Leeds. Puts it out to the left-hand side towards Aaronson, who's quite a decent player, Aaronson. I do quite like him. As Sanson now comes forward with it. Sanson's still going. He's got Mbabu, who's quicker and in a better position. Mbabu can put this one in. Martial! Oh, he actually put it off his knee and went for the effort. A fantastic innovative effort there from Anthony Martial, as this one's put in towards the near post. It's flicked on, not brilliantly away. It's going to be kept alive by Adebayo as Berge is there. He can go out to Diop. Tries to flick this one in. Mitrovic flicks it on. Andreas Pereira, tight angle, has a shot. He's at the post. Oh, Andreas Pereira hits the post and it's kept in from going from... It may have been a save by Joel Robles there. As Sander Berge on the edge of the box. He tries to curl one. He's hit the bar. Oh, what a frantic couple of moments there for Fulham. Berge hits the bar. Andreas Pereira's hit the post. And it just shows we need to take more shots. I do understand that, as Aaronson has it for Leeds. Out towards Gnotto. Aaronson again. Just going to try and track these runs as Gnotto has a bit of space in the middle of the park. Patrick Bamford. Bamford in towards Tyler Adams. Bamford again. Tries... Oh, what a ball that is from Patrick Bamford. And it's there and it's sort of cleared away. And Kurzawa gets something on it just to hook it away. And this actually could work out quite well for Fulham here, because they could be on a huge counter. And Babu's rushed that pass forward. It was a little bit too unnecessary to play it that quickly. But, yeah, Fulham, well, hold on there. It was a lovely pass from Patrick Bamford. Oh, and Babu's done really well here. Martial, it's a 2-on-1. Anthony Martial surely has the pace to get away from Koch at the back. Martial squares it. Mitrovic fires home. It's his 2nd of the game. And from one end, Fulham got very, very lucky. And they go up the other end. And what a counter-attack that is. Mbabu is key at right back. Livramento, new signing at the club, is going to struggle to get in this team. Martial nearly overhit the pass, but Mitrovic made sure it counted. 2-0, 2 for Mitro. That's his 5th of the season now, as Joel Robles from that range is going to do absolutely nothing. It's an early change in the first half. Aaronson coming off and being replaced there. I'm not too sure who came on to replace him, but yeah, I mean, Leeds blinking early in this one, find themselves 2-0 down. And Kevin Mbabu put in a wonderful interception, but Martial used his pace to get away, saw the defender come across, squared it, and has given Fulham a 2-0 lead at half-time over Jesse March's men. This is a wonderful game so far. So as you would expect, no changes at the moment for the home team. Leeds have made one sub in that at the end of the first half there, taking off Aaronson and bringing on whoever it was that came on to replace him, as Bamford turns away well there, trying to use a bit of pace, but good tackle there from Diop. Pereira. Martial, couldn't quite get on that pass. As Bamford on it again. He's trying to push Leeds forward early on in this second half, but doesn't really make it work. Andreas Pereira. Kurzawa. Mitrovic trying to hold it up, but just caught on his toes a bit there. Bamford coming forward with it. Holds it up. Great ball through. Great save from Bernd Leno. Great save from Bernd Leno, that one. A really good effort. I think it's Rodrigo that's come on to replace Aaronson. Yeah, Bamford just held it up. A lovely ball through, and what a save that is from Bernd Leno in goal. Who I'm sure there's some calls to replace him and potentially get a new goalkeeper, but he does come up quite big with blocks quite a lot of the time, as that was a good little interception there. And now this is all just about being patient, not letting too much space, and Leno can just catch that one very easily and look to get Fulham moving again. Sanson, can he? Oh, it was just, yeah, asking a bit too much of that crossfield pass there, because I was starting to make a run. But we have got numbers back here. And, yeah, very nicely done from Mbabu. Who I said, it's really impressed me since being in the management role. Is that what I'm in? Toss in. Berge. Out to Denier. Here is Mbabu. He can get out on his left foot. Lovely crossfield pass yet again to Kazawa, who's into a lot of space. Kazawa looks to dink it to that near post and it's cleared away. Can Pereira keep this one alive? He does. And picks out Kazawa, but he's offside. So first substitution for Fulham. Sanson is going to come off and be replaced by Palhinha, who just lost his place for this game. A bit more of a defensive player in the middle. Hopefully that will help Fulham out, although Martial has picked up this ball here and he just couldn't turn quick enough there. Mark Roca on the ball, looking to turn. Sanderberg couldn't quite get the foot in. Here it is, Gnotto up towards Bamford. Rodrigo looks to turn, but Diop covers that one again. Tyler Adams tries to put the ball through, and Denayer saying no thank you there. And, it's a bit of a tangle of feet. We're trying to put a tackle in. It could be a goal. Leno can't keep that one out. 2-1. It all got a bit hectic there, and it's 2-1 to Fulham now. As we see this replay here, it was they put in a tackle there, which was good, but couldn't quite get the ball off, and Leno went the right way, but couldn't keep it out. So another substitution then. Marco Silva giving his last instructions to Wilson, who comes on to replace Andreas Pereira in attacking midfield. And he's going to get a nice early touch of the ball here, just to give him a good feel of it. And Babu into Denier. Now that has opened the game a little bit more here, as Berge does manage to just complete that pass, because that was very dangerous. Denier. Mbabu. Paulinho tries to pick that ball through and does to Mbabu. Mbabu looks to dink it in, but there's no one there. Absolutely no one there, although Mitrovic has won the ball back high up the pitch. Here is Wilson. Looks to splay it out again towards Mbabu. And Mbabu has men in the middle. One of them's Martial, but Joel Robles claims the ball. Looks like Leeds may have changed formation here, because Mbabu's getting a lot of space on that right-hand side. Here is Mitrovic in towards Wilson. Wilson, great first touch to get away from his man. Harry Wilson on his strong left foot fires it home. It's 3-1 to Fulham, and that is surely game, set, match. And Harry Wilson in that attacking midfield role did really well there. Mitrovic won it high up the pitch, and then Berge, I think, got the interception. And Fulham are going towards 3 points, and the crowd are going absolutely crazy. This is awesome. Oh, the atmosphere here is so good. And what a goal that is from Harry Wilson. Number 8 off the bench as a sub onto his strong left foot. 13 metres out, fires it past Joel Robles. And that is 3-1 Fulham. And with 2 minutes to go, a triple substitution. Diop off for Duffy, and Babu off for Livramento, and Kazawa off for Robinson at left back. So 3 fresh-legged defenders coming on to try and seal this one up for Fulham, as Roca puts the ball through into midfield. And Leeds aren't going to give up here, but they are running very quickly out of time, as that was Harry Wilson's first goal of the season. That looks offside, and it is. Patrick Bamford drifting past the last man. We're not going to take any sort of mess around here. Diop's going to go long with this one up towards Mitrovic. Heads it down well. Harry Wilson. Mitrovic on it again. He's got the fresh legs here of the American Robinson. Robinson could be in. He's got men everywhere. Squares it. Oh, he went for the back post at Wilson. But it's not going to matter anyway, because it's 3-1 Fulham with the final whistle. A lovely result from Fulham there. And that is a superb performance for the team from Craven Cottage. They've beaten Leeds pretty comfortably, actually. 3-1. Mitrovic getting 2. Wilson getting a second, getting the third. And all round really good performance from Fulham. So Mitrovic with his stunning performance, he got star man player of the match. I'm going to say he capped a good team display. It's not all about him. He was happy with that answer as well. But Alexander Mitrovic is being really... We have ended the poor run of form. I'm pretty confident we're going to turn things around. It was a disappointing run, but we've beaten a team in mid-table, and that's sort of where we want to get to this season. Surprise victory? No, I'd say defensively we were much better today, which was good. So that climbs us to 16th, actually. It now puts us 2 points off Leeds, so a pretty big win. Next up is Villa, who are, I imagine, sitting in mid-table because they're on 15 points. Yeah, in 11th. If we win and results go our way, we could, jump up to 14th and be a couple of points off Leicester. But Brighton and Leicester both have a game in hand. So, yeah, very interesting in this stage at the moment. 2 good performances. We didn't get the win against City, but we did beat Fulham. So we've got a lot of rest here. And then we've got Aston Villa. Who have we got? Villa. So it's Villa, then Leicester. Okay. Not too bad, and then we get to the end of November. So we are getting slowly close to January, where we can bring in some reinforcements. But at the moment, I'm very happy with how we're improving, and I think the 5 at the back formation is helping quite a lot. But anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See you then. Cheers.